It's getting harder and harder to shave my chest. Getting in the cuts and the valleys and everywhere. They need to make a bodybuilder razor. Would be awesome. Like, to help get in, not like a guys who kind of like to work out, maybe sometimes, razor for your body. Like, razor's like, are you jacked as hell and you want to show it off and move out that mane of hair on your chest so you can show off all your gains? That kind of a razor, yeah. Like, made out of real tiger hair and dragon scales. Yeah. The razor is going to help you crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of the women.
Let me see those hands up! Let me see those hands up!
Alright, what's going on, guys? We're going to do a new thing here. If you haven't been following the channel for a while, my little brother is on a weight loss journey. He started at 292 at his lowest. I mean, he floated from there to about 300. And now he's about down to 275 pounds. Once again, floats a little bit. But he did that in about a little over a month, which is really fantastic, obviously. But he's hit a sticking point, as a lot of people do, with their dieting, especially when you drop that fast, because he went from a dirty, Taco Bell diet to a completely clean diet. And, it's not just doing like he's doing lower carbs, but not just like Atkins type carbs, like he's doing high protein, lower fats, lower carbs, clean eating essentially, and working out all the time with me. Like sometimes 2 days or 2 times a day he's been going. He's been doing really well. But anyway, he's hit kind of a sticking point, and admittedly it is his senior year in high school, so he actually has like graduation parties and stuff, and there's pizza and stuff there, and I even told him, I was like, dude, just don't gorge yourself, So he's expected to hit this sticking point because he's kind of slowed down on the cleanness of his diet, and he plans on kind of bringing it back. But that's just kind of where he is right now. He's still lifting. He's still turning. I don't want to say turning fat into muscle because that's obviously not actually how it works. But you get the idea: burning fat, making muscle, but staying at the same weight. And he wants to get down at about 255. So he's doing okay. But we're going to try something new here, and it's actually his idea. He actually brought up the idea, and then I thought about it, and I was like, actually, that's a fantastic idea. Because it's kind of what steroid users do. Now, I don't know the intrinsical details about how this stuff works or how exactly you do it, but I know the basic ideas of how it works. When you do steroids, you can cycle on and then cycle off, and then or you can do what's called blasting and cruising. And like I said, I don't understand the exact principal philosophies of it, but essentially what you do is you take a crap ton of steroids and blast up big and muscular and strong, and then when you come off of them, you jump on something else that's just like a cruiser for a while until you can blast again. So I would think it'd be harder on your body, but I don't fully understand it exactly. So the idea is you kind of peak and then plateau, and then peak and then plateau, instead of cycling and then dropping and then cycling and dropping. That's the idea behind it. So his idea, and our idea, whatever, was, why don't we do that for weight loss? Not with steroids, obviously, but one of the biggest things with weight loss is people get off the bandwagon because the goal is so far down the road, or you hit a sticking point and you've got 20 more pounds to lose and it's not moving, and I quit, I give up, I'm burnt out, I can't do it anymore. And this was his idea. He's like, people get tired of being hungry. They get tired of eating perfectly healthy all the time. They want to cheat. That's what cheat meals come in and cheat days come in. And that's a good idea. That's a good implement. Like, I'm not trying to say that's a bad idea, but what the idea we're going to rock with here is essentially 2 weeks of blasting where he eats really clean, cardio, lifts. Well, he's always lifting and doing cardio, so that's just all the way through. But eats really clean, lower calories, lower carbs, no sugars, that kind of stuff, really, really high protein, which is protein should be high through the whole thing. And then, so 2 weeks of that, and then 1 week of cruising, where he doesn't actually try to lose weight, he just tries not to gain weight. He keeps his cardio, he lets his cardio kind of keep in track his diet. If he has a little worse of a day, does a little more cardio or whatever, lifting, trying to eat as clean as he can, but then again, keep it in the back of his mind, he just needs to really maintain that calorie level, or his maintenance level, I guess. And that gives him a little bit of leeway and play for that week. And so then in the next 2 weeks, he's re-energized, re-pumped. It's not such a faraway goal of, man, when can I eat my favorite things again? Or when can I finally not be hungry. And you shouldn't actually be that hungry when you diet. I mean, you shouldn't be stuffed all the time, but if you're getting the correct protein intake, you shouldn't actually be that hungry. So anyway, the point is, we're going to try this out, and I'm going to let you know how it goes. I actually think it's going to work really well as long as he sticks to it. Obviously, I'm not him. I can't make him do things, but he's really kicked ass so far, so I assume he's going to keep going. So if you want to see how that goes, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of this whole blasting and cruising situation. So I think it's a good idea. I think it's really going to work.